Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought today would be the perfect time to film a new product that I started using. So I switched up my brow routine and I started doing more of the soap brows, and I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, and I just wanted to show you guys how I've been doing more of like the fluffy brows. So if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. So I changed up my brow routine completely compared to what I was doing before, so I thought this video would be perfect. So I have been using the Anastasia Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. If you look at it, this is what it looks like. It is literally a clear gel. Very similar to soap brows. The soap brows product you have to just spray with setting spray, but this is already like a gooey consistency. You do need a spoolie to create a look. I am using one right here. I've already used this a couple of times. It is what you need basically to create the brows that I like. What you want to do is you dip the spoolie, and I kind of like turn it around into the product. Then I'll take the lid and I literally rub the product in it, and I just like move it around just so the whole brush is coated. If you can bend the spoolie, it's good too, so I just like bent it over. It's easier to use and dip in and all of that. And then what you want to do, using a compact mirror, is I just push my brows upwards. So you're basically just gelling your eyebrows all the way up. And the good thing about this product is you can keep coating the hair and it doesn't really like pill or like too much product build up or any of that. One recommendation I would give is using a cleaner spoolie. So like I'll probably use this spoolie for a few days and then I just go get a new one, and they're like from Amazon. I can link them below. Very cheap, not very expensive. I got like a pack of like 100 for like, it was not that much. I'll link it. And you can use these for like mascara and all that stuff. So this is what the brow looks like. Looks a little scary. Then I'll go into the second brow and just gel up the hairs. This is my problematic brow, I feel like. So this one I do feel like I do need to use a little bit more product. It's just thinner and I feel like it needs a little more help. And all I'm doing is gelling it up. Imagine I just like left like this. And then I go back in when I need more. Same concept. Just roll it around. Make sure the whole spoolie is coated. I actually don't really like bending the spoolie like this. I feel like I work better with it straight. And then same thing.
Just coating the brow. There you go.
I feel like applying the product to the front of the brows helps as well, just to make sure. And you guys can tell this is my fuller brow. There's more here. It's darker and more pigmented. So when I do fill in my eyebrows, I feel like I have to like darken this brow so much. So I feel like doing my brows this way kind of makes them look a little more natural, and I can avoid overfilling. So after I've applied the product, I would also recommend closing the lid right away. I forgot to do that just because I feel like I don't want to dry it out or any of that. After I've applied the product, I kind of like just press it in as well. I feel like that really helps, just because I do feel like some of my hairs are a little tough and they don't want to stay gelled down, so I feel like I do have to keep going through it. And then what I do is just fold it down, and it really helps me. And now at this step, what I would do is just pluck out any excess hairs that I feel like I don't like or they're out of place. Okay, now we're done. I'm just kidding. At this step, now what I do is I actually take the front of the spoolie and I will just tame down the brows. tame them down, just clean it up, shape them the way I want them. If you want them rougher and more like bushy, you can just leave it, but I kind of don't like it like that, so then I just tame them down, bringing the hairs down where I want them. If I do feel like I tamed them a little too much or it's too clean, I can just brush in the product again because it's still on the spoolie. I feel like it doesn't dry too quick. And I can just... We're gonna fill in the empty spots and anywhere that I feel like I need a little help, like the arc of this brow, the front of this brow I'll fill in, and even like a little brush stroke. So I like using the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow. This is in the shade 4.5. It is a really fine tip. I feel like it is perfect to create brush strokes with. Now I'm just gonna go through and then just draw in any areas that I feel like are empty. I was using the shade 3 when I first started doing my brows, but I felt like it was too light and I had to keep drawing over, so this just kind of makes my life a little bit easier, so I would recommend using a darker color. So I'm not using 5 because 5 I feel like is closer to ebony, way too dark for my brows, and I do have colored hair, so I feel like I don't really want my brows to be too dark. But look, just a few strokes, it made the biggest difference. I am holding it with a really light hand as well. That's something to keep in mind. Just like that. And then it's a work in progress. Like I go through, if I feel like, you know, I need a little help, I can just go through with the spoolie again. The one advice I would give, or like warning, this is not an eyebrow shape or design that is going to be quick and efficient. I feel like this takes me significantly longer just because I do have problematic brows, I feel like. And they're not fully equal and even. If both my eyebrows were basically like twins, which I feel like no one has identical twin brows, this would be so easy. But since mine do require a little bit of more work, I feel like I have to spend more time. So I am just filling in. It's gonna go throughout my brow, just doing light brush strokes, because I still want it to look fluffy, not too put together, so I'm just like lightly filling in the areas. I do find like sometimes I end up being too light with these, like the soap brow style, because I don't realize I'm not filling in enough. A microfilling pen would be really helpful too, so Benefit has one. I will use it if I feel like I still need it at the end. Or even a brow pen. Urban Decay has a brow blade that I feel like would be helpful. L'Oreal has a pen as well. Products like that I feel like would be really helpful. And like I said, I just like pressing in the product if I feel like it's not sticking. And I do this step before I do my foundation or any of that, just because I feel like it's more helpful for me. So I'm just going to go through and continue doing this. So when it's done, I will show you guys. Okay, so this is what the finished brows look like. I feel like I'm happy with them. They're not bad. I feel like it's very different than what I used to do, but I feel like it gives it more of a natural finish. I did end up filling this one in a little bit darker, but that's fine. So then I go in with a concealer or like a brow highlighter. This is a Highbrow by Benefit. It's like a champagne light highlighter that looks like this. And I just clean up underneath. I do have very thin growth, like it's a lot, but it's like thin hairs that grow in, and I can never pluck them, and I don't really get my eyebrows done, so this is the best approach for me. So I just fill that in, I clean that up, and then I just clean it up with a concealer brush. Like any flat brush works. You can use any concealer with this too. I would use, if you're using a concealer that is a little brighter than your under eye, just because I feel like you want it highlighted, and might as well just do it in one step. And I just clean that up. And like even at this step, like if I feel like there's a few hairs that like I missed, or it's not straight enough or any of that, I can always go in and just redraw on top. Like I can show you an example. If I get concealer in here, I'll just tap it off. Right now I feel like this part is a little thin, so I will just lightly draw brush strokes, and that's the trick. You want to draw small little strokes instead of lines because I feel like it looks a little more natural when there's strokes like this. And you just fill it in. And there you go. So obviously it looks a little crazy right now because I don't have the rest of my face done. I just have a little corrector on. So I'm going to go finish my face. I will come back and I'll show you guys the finished product. And then let me know what else you guys want to see because I feel like I have been trying to get back into YouTube and I know I'm struggling a little, but there's been a lot that has happened within my family, so I want to thank you guys for all your patience. But let me do the rest of my face. I'll be back and I'll show you guys what the finished look looks like. Okay guys, this is my finished look. I did my full face. If you are interested in a few tips and tricks, follow me on TikTok. It's GlamByGilly and you guys can see how I created this look and a few of the products that I've been loving. But I have been loving the brow freeze from Anastasia. I highly recommend. There are a few dupes to this product like the soap brows, and NYX has a brow glue that I heard is really good, so maybe in my next video I can compare the both and then you guys can let me know which one you like better. But if you guys want to see any more videos or if you have any suggestions or recommendations, let me know in the comments and I will shoot that for you. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.